We always like to include some really good pollinator plants at the spring plant sale, and I'm going to talk about just a few of those today. This is Kufia vermilion. Been on the market a couple years now. A wonderful Kufia. Cigar plant is the common name. This has been perennial for us. Maybe if you plant 10, you'll get 6 or 8 to come back, but it's really sold as an annual, getting about 18 inches tall. But the bees absolutely love this plant, and the butterflies. So a great pollinator plant are all the Kufias. You may be familiar with Mexican heather. That's actually a Kufia. We're not selling it, but it's another good pollinator that you have probably grown in the past, but this is a little bit similar to Mexican heather. This one's called fairy dust. Tiny little flowers, but believe it or not, the bees really are attracted to this. So we want to plant those plants that are attracting the pollinators, the bees and the butterflies to our garden. So look for the Kufia. This one, the fairy dust, is an annual. Works great in containers as well as in the ground. Another favorite that's become a favorite over the last couple years, we've been very fortunate to be able to offer the Candlestick Tree. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a fantastic plant. If you've grown it in the past, you may not realize that it starts out this little. This plant gets about 8 feet tall and as much as 8 feet wide at the end of the growing season. It's a legume, so it has these beautiful yellow pea-shaped blooms late in the season. Attracts the sulfur butterfly, so that yellow butterfly comes to it, lays its eggs on it, the caterpillar feeds on it, and then of course metamorphosizes into a butterfly. So this is the Candlestick. These will get transplanted up into a little bit bigger pot, and by the plant sale should be about 6 inches tall. So be sure and check these out at the plant sale. And then the last plant I want to mention is Salvia, and all the Salvias are really good for pollinators. One that we've really become fond of the last couple years is this one from Southern Living called Amistad. And we're fortunate this year to be able to get a supply from Southern Living to grow. This is also considered an annual here, but it's been hardy for the last 5 years in the garden. Gets about 3 to 4 feet tall. The clump gets a little bigger each year. Great for the hummingbirds as well as the bees and butterflies. You don't have to deadhead it, very drought tolerant as well. So Salvia Amistad will also be available. So look for those pollinators. We'll have many others at the plant sale.